Today's video, I'm gonna teach you guys the truth about building wealth and stacking paper, also known as cash, in 2025, how it can benefit you, what everyone else is doing wrong, and how you can replicate what I'm gonna share for free to get the type of money that other people won't be able to access because they're doing it all wrong. At the end of this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I do this with all of my personal brands for free. Link in the bio, 1 hour training, Netflix quality, absolute bang, I highly recommend it. But what I'm gonna show you in this particular video is what everybody's doing wrong in 2025 and how, by doing it differently and doing it how I'm going to teach you right now, you can access significant amounts of money without even having to try. So here's what everybody's doing wrong. This is what everyone did wrong last year, and it's what everyone's doing wrong this year as well. A lot of people are still consuming content from fake gurus who don't know anything. Now, I talk about this in terms of a spectrum, and it's pretty cool and it's quite interesting, so follow along. So on this end of the spectrum, you got the guys that have made hundreds of millions of dollars, and they give away really good value stacked information. I know a lot of them personally. A lot of them are my personal friends. You've also got people that are worth north of $1 billion. Now, those guys particularly won't give away anything because they're usually working 20 hours a day. They're building their empire and they don't have enough time to do it. I do this for free because I love it. And a lot of my buddies who are worth $100 million plus, they do it as well with really good value stacked information. So you can consume a lot of content for them for free and you can learn a lot. But a lot of the content they're going to give is kind of for people that are already at that like making $1 million a month mark. My particular target audience and you guys, I'm really talking to the people who are Liam 10 years ago. When I didn't have any money, when I had $2 in the bank, when I had no job, when I almost went bankrupt, lost everything, but then I made it all back again, I'm making these videos for people like me. So if that's you and you're starting out, I'm kind of right in the middle of this spectrum. So you've got the people that are 100 million to $1 billion. You've got people like me that sit right here, but then you've got the fake ones over here. I'm talking about people that can yap, but they give you absolutely nothing. They don't value stack. They don't add anything of significance to you. They don't give you an A to B. They don't give you playbooks. They don't show you exactly how to do stuff. What you're gonna notice when you watch my videos, in every single video that I make, I will actually show you how to do the thing that I'm talking about. If you looked at my last video, it was about how to find trending products before they pop off. Now, in that video, I show you exactly how to do it. So you can watch that video, go away, copy what I do, and get rich. It's as simple as that. And if you want to get richer, you can click the link in my bio for that video and you can watch my Netflix quality training webinar on how to get richer by scaling the thing that I showed you how to do in the first video for free anyway. But what I want to talk about in this video is where people go wrong and where people fail. And it's when you consume the wrong information from the wrong people. So if you're someone that's starting out, you're making 5 to 10K a month, you really want to get to that really big 6-figure a month mark, or maybe you don't have any money. Maybe you're like me 5-10 years ago, you've got $2 to your name, but you've got millionaire's vision and you've got big ambition. If you're in that situation, then this is definitely the type of content that you want to be consuming. When you consume content from fakes, I hate the word fake guru because I think it's overused, but when you consume content by people that just don't know what they're talking about, you can tell the red flags. They don't value stack, they don't tell you anything of significance, they don't give you a guide on how to do stuff. They're just not real people. And the problem is, there's so many of them out there because all it takes is someone to confidently talk about anything and some idiot's gonna listen to them. So when you're consuming content, especially in e-commerce from people that have no idea how to build a brand, that have no credentials, if you came to me right now and said, show me 3 brands that you've built that have gone from 0 to 7 figures, I've already got them. If you said to me, give me 4 case studies where you've taken a brand from 0 to 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, I can show you. Go to my landing page, there's 4 right there. Those people went from 0 to multi-millionaires in 1 year. So I've got the credentials to stand on, but if you ask some of these fake ones, they're just not gonna be able to show it to you, but they are gonna be able to talk and they're gonna be able to The problem is, when you're consuming too much content from Yappington, what's gonna happen is you're listening to all fluff, but you're not actually getting anything actionable. So the biggest mistake that people make, in my opinion, is that they consume content from people who really don't offer them any value. And if you waste too much time over here, not only can it push you in the wrong direction, it can be very detrimental because if you've got nothing to actually action, then there's no way for you to go out and like do stuff and make money. So when I show people how to build brands and find products, replicate them and actually do what works, I'm really value stacking for you guys so you can execute it for yourselves. And then the other problem is some of the $100 million plus guys, they're fantastic, but you're really gonna get advice that you're gonna need after you've made your first $1 million or after you've had your first successful brand or business. Once you've had that, then this advice comes in handy. So if you're watching this video now, you're in the perfect spot in that middle lane where you can consume content that's really gonna help you. And a lot of what I give you guys for free is actionable advice. For example, I had a student recently who spent months consuming content from these fakes. And I said, what have you actually got from it? Have you actually learned how to do anything? And he said, no. And I said, what do they do? He goes, they just talk and talk and talk and they tell stories. I'm like, yeah, but you can just watch that for free on any YouTube channel. So these guys wasted tens of thousands of dollars, hours of their time, and they're never gonna get that back. For me, losing money, I don't really give a shit because I'll make it all back anyway, so I couldn't care less. But when someone takes my time, I can never get it back, and that really pisses me off. So I strongly advise you, if someone's just yapping away and they're not giving you anything actionable, that's not where you want to be. And when you're consuming too much advice from the big boys and the big girls over here, but it's not applicable to where you're at, that's not where you want to be either. You want to be right here, because what I'm giving away on this channel and in these videos is real value. So listening to people with no actionable advice will not be helpful. But what will be helpful is, the last 2 brands that I started were clones, meaning I didn't come up with the idea and it wasn't novel, but what I did was I identified another brand that was trending and I just cloned what was working for them. One of them was the ice bath. So this was done by my scroll method, where I spend 5 minutes on 4 platforms per day and I look at what's trending. And at that point in time, ice baths were trending really well. So all we did, we got a small amount of stock. We hired 4 micro influencers, 2 macro influencers, meaning over 100K plus. We repurposed the content for ads, and the main thing is we knew that the website that we were cloning was making money. So rather than reinventing the wheel, we simply took all the best performing assets of that website, gave it to our developers and said, guys, just clone everything that works over here and do it over here. We did that in 2 days, and that brand made $100,000 in its 2nd month. So what I've just taught you is something that's actionable. If you were to find a product and copy my exact strategy in terms of cloning what's worked for them, getting a little bit of stock, getting a small handful of influencers, micro, macro, use their content to run ads, clone what's working over here, use it over here for your brand, that will get you to your first tens of thousands of dollars. And if you really want to snowball it, I've got a full strategy that I show you A to B in my webinar, and I really encourage you guys to get into that because it's going to be really helpful for you to, once you've found something that works a little bit, to really pour gasoline on it and to kind of really fuel that fire. So that's today's video. I hope it's been helpful. We've got a lot more coming up. We've got a lot more bangers in the pipeline. As I said, we're going to be putting out this content more and more. It's going to be more regular. So as I said, stick around. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks, guys.